Hello, crafty friends. Let's make this little book together. It turned out so cute. I will show it all to you and have a video for you coming up. Let's do it. Okay, to start our little album, I'm going to take two pieces of 8.5 by 11. I'm using black to base mine. I'm using Lori Whitlock. Let me see if I can find it now that I've said it. Forward with Faith. I found this at Tuesday Morning a while back, and so I picked the black so it will coordinate. So what you need to do is join two pieces of paper together because one by itself is not long enough. And we're just going to cover our chipboards with this. All right, your chipboards are, we need one that's 1.5, that'll go down the center of our spine, and then you need two that are 6.5 by 5.5, and they will go on either side. So I'm going to use tape. You can use your glue, but I'm going to at least get a little bit of tape on. I'm going to use a different one that's a little bit wider. Looks like I'm running out of it. But anyway, I'll get the tape on this and then I'll get back with you and show you how we put them on here. All right, the tape is on. I'm also going to add a little glue. I'm going to use my pokey tool to get off the tape. Make sure that's burnished down good. It just helps a lot to pick up the tape. I'm going to put this into fast forward because you've seen me do this plenty of times. I'm just going to add a little glue over the tape right up the middle and call that done. And so be careful because you do have tape on here, so it will stick wherever you put it. You just want to get it centered between here and cover the spine. And straightness counts, but boy, that glue is very liquidy. I don't like that. Should probably put on the metal tip, but I'm trying to embrace not, you know, because it never clogs on me this way. But wow, it is wet. I will try to use less of it going forth. Okay, from this one, you're gonna, this is all good. You're gonna lay this one about, it's more than 1/8 an inch, but it's not 1/4. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in fast forward like I said and get my tapes off. Now we need to trim off the ends. You only need about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. You don't have to measure, just guess. My long scissors would have been better. Those are pretty long, but that didn't work that well. Okay, scraps off to the corner. Now let's trim our corners. Bring this up, whoops, here, about right there. Okay, there's tools out there to make this easier, but once you've done a few albums, actually after you've done your first one, I would encourage you just to try it like this because it really, it's not hard. All right, now I want to bend it. I'm going to bend it towards me, rock it back and forth. Just want it to know. And go slow. That glue is still seeping out of there. That's crazy. See, it's not going to be a problem. And then fold it over. Where's my, here it is. I just like to work the paper back and forth. It just makes folding it when you have it taped. You have the tape on there, it just behaves better if it's been worked with before. Okay, now you need to, now we need to glue down our long sides first. So I am going to use tape. This is the second one I've made this afternoon. I did the first one just with glue, and that's just not my process. If that works for you, that's wonderful. But to me, it was just a little too loosey-goosey. I'll go with that. So I like a mixture of tape and glue. I'm going to go ahead and put all the tape on there since I've got it in my hand. That's your full 1/2 inch tape there. So burnish those down good. Okay, let's do the long sides first. You peel off your tape. Just take it all the way off. Run your bead of glue along your chipboard. I'm going to go up in the corners a little bit, and then let that be that. I'm going to bring in my tool, let it gently do its thing, and then just lay it over. Burnish it down. Okay, do our other long side. Glue right against the chipboard. And then a little bit on the tape, just for good measure, I guess. Again with the tool. I just love this thing. You could also do this with a credit card or a ruler, debit card, you know, an empty hotel key, one of those things. Just anything. You could do it with this if you wanted. I just love my little tool. So get it up there and then just push it over. I like to kind of start in the middle and work out. That's why I went that way and then this way. Okay. So that went down nicer than the other one did. I don't know why. Okay, now you bend in your corners. You just take your thumb and just bend them in. You don't have to be neat, really. I have no two of mine that are alike. You just want to get it in there. And I'll show you that your corner is going to work out just beautiful. I stressed over that at the beginning. Don't stress. It really will be fine. So glue in there. That's gonna be messy, but that's okay. All right, so with the tool, okay, from the middle out, messy glue, but sealed down. And look at our corners, except for towel fibers, you really can't tell, right? They're pretty good. Let me hold it still. See? All right, so let's bend in these corners. Same drill, just kind of push it in. Pull off the tape. See how my tape is over there? Not a problem, just bend it back. Little tape, little glue in here. I like to get it on the corner since there's no tape there. Probably gonna have to pull the towel back in. I can't seem to be gentle with that glue. Here it comes, yep, there it goes. The towel, yucky. Glue shows up so bad on dark paper, but it will dry clear. All right, 2 more good corners. I'd like to see. All right, now you need to take your scoring tool. Where's mine? Here it is. I'm gonna take the bigger ball end. You just want to do this gently. You can sort of see because here's where you just want to go up. Once we cover this, it'll be harder. And then just show them that they got to bend. Okay, that's the beginning of our book. Now let's make the insides pretty. Okay, I've cut some papers to cover the inside. I cut 2 that are 6 1/4 tall by 5 inches wide. These 2 are going to go right here. And then I cut 1 that's 4 inches wide, and it's going to cover the middle. Okay, then we'll put the last one down. Just center it up and stick her down. Okay, now she looks pretty. Now we need our ruler and our scoring tool. We need to look for that. Well, let's let it dry for another minute. We need to look for the bending line. You can tell barely that it's there and there. And we're going to score all the way down, being very careful not to punch through the paper. Okay, I'm going to give it a go. So just gently, and I'm going to do it one more time, maybe one more after that. But it's kind of like cutting layers, right? It's gentle passes. So if you're gentle with that, it tends to work out better. Just kind of have to feel for it, and then your ball tool will find it. Okay, I like to take my ruler with a slanted end, kind of stick it in that crevice, and then just gently bend it up. Okay, and then the same thing over here. Just gentle. Okay, so there we go. Our album is now pretty. and let's start building some pages. It's going to be very simple. Let's get going. Okay, Becky's a little ahead of her skis. You have to cover your album first. You can't, with this binding system, you won't be able to go back and do it. As a matter of fact, I should have done the inside of the album too, although it really doesn't make a difference in the end, because I do cover the inside cover and front and back covers, but I can't get to the spine to put paper there because we've already done the binding system. So if you want to put paper there, as you're watching this, you'll see it. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference because going around for 14 pages and your 1.5-inch spine, it fits pretty well. But anyway, cover your album, pick your papers to do that, cover everything, and then gather your twine or your baker's twine or your jute or your elastics or whatever you want to do your binding with. I love this system. This is new to me and enjoyed doing this. So here we go. All right, we're going to start the binding system. I'm going to need my pokey tool for this. I'm using twine, baker's twine. You could use elastic. You could use anything you wanted. I'm looking for my end. All I did is I'm going to have 14 pages, so I need 14 strands, and it's going to be doubled in there, right? So I measured out like that 28 times. So 2 times my 14, because you're going to wrap it twice, right? So I'm going to start with it leaving a tail at the top. I'm going to open my book up, leave a decent tail, 10 inches or something. And I'm going to hold it with my fingers. And you would just want to start wrapping your spine and going around 14 times. Try to keep count and try not to get it too tight, but tight enough. Take your time, and you don't want to get overlapped. See, I'm losing that. You come back here. I'm going to keep them nice and straight. So that is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, halfway there, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Perfect. It was perfect the way it was. I just want to double check myself. So you want your tails coming out from each end. Try to get that one out of the way and not think about it. But this is our 14th string and this is our first string. But we're going to take the pokey tool. Remember your crochet lessons. Grab it. Sorry for my hard for me. Pull it out. And it still goes this way. Okay? Then this one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to bring it under. Okay, that was a little too confusing. All that you need to do is go under the strings and pull one from one side, right? You're just switching sides. One from one side, that one comes out. And then now we have one on both sides, right? Because you need to bring these together and tie this thing together. All right, here we go. Finally on the right track. You don't want to make it too tight. Your pages are going to need room to move around. I'm just going to tie loose, not a loose. I'm going to tighten that back up a little bit, but you know, not terribly tight. Okay. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. And once this is done, we can start building pages, which is going to take about 10 minutes. It's very fast. I'm never pleased with my bows, and this particular baker's twine seems to be very knotty, and I wish it were black or tan or something, but this is what I had. All right, I'm gonna cut that off. I'll probably mess with that later, but let's turn our attention to filling this with paper. Oh, actually, let's decorate this, and then we will do our pages. Okay, nothing's glued down. I just cut my papers to fit. We could have put something under there. If you'd like to, go ahead and do that. We should have done that first, but it's all going to be fine. And this makes my pink twine make more sense because there's more pink on this paper. And the little banners. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's a beautiful rainbow outside. We had a little storm a little while ago, but how about that? How about that? I don't know why I wanted to stop and take a picture of a rainbow. I've seen jillions of them. They're just all so special, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I want to get that to the edge straight and then lay it down on the inside. Okay, you're going to like the way these pages go in. It's very simple. We're going to have 2 page styles, and let's get right to it. Alrighty, I did break to take a picture of the rainbow. I hope you saw it. It's beautiful over the ocean. I'm having a big struggle with directional. You know, I have my brain works crazy. Dyslexia, I'm sure of it. Why else the trouble? But I think I might have it figured out. Your pages need to be 10 by 6, and when they're done, they'll look like that. Okay, that's why double-sided paper, right? And I told you wrong, because if you're cutting these 6 and you're using 12 by 12, you can get twice as many. Your pages are going to repeat, but they're cute, so what does it matter? All right, so I know I want the width. I want this version, those papers need to be 10 inches long, so I've got to turn it sideways. This better work out, because you're... No, this needs to be 10 inches long because you're going to score it in the middle. These need to be going this direction. Directional paper is just, I don't know. Okay, and then 6 tall. And this is why you could get 2. See? You're going to score these now. Down the middle at 5. Fold. And there's your page. And then this one is exactly the same. So that will save us some paper right there. You could, fold this one the other direction, I guess. And I would also take my score blade and just score them real good. Okay, to make our pocket page, we're going to trim this one to 8.5. No, this one is 10. It's the direction we need the page to go. We're going to right down the middle, remember? It's me that's crazy. Okay, so now this is 10. This side needs to be to 8.5. This is gonna create a really nice little pocket. Get rid of my scraps. Pull in our scoreboard. This should be 10 inches, and it is. So score down the middle at 5, just like we did on the other pages. Love the little birds. If I'd have seen this one, this would have been my cover sheet. Turn it a quarter turn, and then your page is 6 inches tall. So score at 6. Alrighty, let's fold and burnish. Okay, and before we fold that up, so that we don't redo the mistake I just did, you want to go to where that score line is. Now put your scissors there, and you want to cut out just a tiny little bit so that we can fold this up nicely. You could do it from the score line, or you could do it to the score line. It doesn't really matter. But just take a snip off. Okay? Then when you open it up and you fold these up, oh, my birds are upside down. Me and directional paper. It's right on the outside, but of course that would happen when you fold it up. We should do it this way. Yeah, let's do it that way. That's the answer right there. And fold that one up. Okay, I'm going to take just a little bit of glue and go right on that line right there. Come out. Whoa, yeah, it came out. This is going to be a mess. Here, I got a tissue. Oh, the glue. Took the break to take the picture of the rainbow and went and washed my hands. It felt so good. Okay, so we'll let that just kind of do its thing. And then a little glue over here. Hey, not near the mess. Yay. All right, so our page is folded differently, but when you open it up, you'll have 2 little pockets. So I'm going to do, it really doesn't matter. I could have trimmed that a little better. If you can see, probably would have been better for me to go from the score line up, and I would have gotten rid of that, but it's going to be okay for my use anyway. So that's that kind of page. And then where's our other ones? We have these. Okay, these don't have pockets, and these do. So I'm going to build out enough till I have 14 pages, and then we'll put it together. All right, let's put these in the book. I'm going to take my 3 pocket pages, and I'm going to just put them kind of, I think I'll put the last one at the end. That one seems to stick out. Whatever's wrong with you. Let's just check that one. I am not professional. Sometimes I make mistakes. Yep, it's too big. Everybody makes mistakes, so don't sweat it. Just double check yourself. This is not quite cut at 5. Now see? Easy. All right, book comes in. Put your pages kind of how you want them. That looks like an awful lot of brown right there in the middle to me. But I'm not going to sweat it. Do I care what's my first page? I really do like the little bird. Kind of like the little bird on that corner better. That's going to be my first page. So you just slip it up under your, make sure I'm in frame. Slip it up under your first string. And just pull her over till she's tight. All right, that's page number 1. You want to get it kind of centered in there. These are going to be a little wonky, but it's going to be good. There's my first pocket page. That's probably fine. I can go next. Okay. Butterflies. Let's do a quick walk through this cute little book. I did go back and address the bow here. It was a little difficult to tie a nice one with this little twine, so I just took a little piece of white grosgrain. I trimmed the ends of that and just tied a little bow. I was hoping I had some of that green color ribbon in my stash, but I didn't, so that's a little better than it was. So let's just open it up. I thought it turned out really cute. On here I made a little cross out of black paper and I tried to doodle on it, and so I used my little die to cut these little white edges just to make it a little prettier. And this, I'm a Child of God, I just thought that was a great way to start the book. And then in here, this is the only page I did. This is a picture of my husband and I at, I'm actually doing a little wedding album. This is my niece's wedding, but we had a lot of photos, and she had this cute little photo spot right there. So I just used this, his banner over me is love. It was all one long thing. And I cut it apart so I could get, I want to use it, and the album's not big enough, right? Or the page is not big enough for the whole thing, so I just cut it apart. So anyway, these are the Dayspring little journaling card, 32 scripture cards, all about love. And so these are the two I picked. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. Of course, that's 1 Corinthians. And then we love God because God loved us first. Added a couple little flowers, just backed them up on some black. I thought it turned out pretty cute. So this is the only page I've completed. The rest of this is just going to be a work in progress, I guess is the word, or process. But anyway, I thought the paper was pretty cute, and I love the little pocket pages, and I thought it came together really quickly. Now I got my inspiration from a video on Lyric Lover Crafts. She's on YouTube. Go over and give her some love. I appreciated that little inspiration, and I just love how this little book turned out. It was very quick, very simple, and it does not have to be a spiritual based album. It could be anything. I just thought it was very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. And for now, have a blessed day.